as our wedding day draws closer,
Yes.
it dawned upon me that there's one thing we have to think about, and that is some form of a dance.
Some form.
Some form. And a loose
Yeah, I mean,
form of a dance. Put me in a club, let's say 2 a.m. with a few beers under my belt, in a really dark lighting.
and it looks good.
Then I'm good.
Yeah.
But put me in
I've
broad
seen that.
daylight in a samba class, which is why we have come to Brazil. Then it's a different story. Honestly, I have no idea what we're doing right now.
Who knows? This could be the dance you see later.
Or
Maybe.
I mean, it could be something that we just never try
If
again.
it's a complete disaster, then no, then we'll move on to just sway.
We met our instructor Patrick and he introduced us to the Samba, showing us some of the basic steps.
Although I clearly wasn't quite getting it. It was quite apparent from the beginning that we moved at different speeds, but Patrick thought it'd be a good idea for us to start owning the floor and covering more ground.
I was clearly still stuck on the first move, but Chanel showed some potential of becoming a solo dancer.
To end off our class, Patrick was going to show us how to perfect the little chair. With just over a month to go, it was time for us to get serious.
Since we were already in Cape Town for the wedding, we decided to book ourselves 12 classes with the Energy Dance Studio and got straight into it on day one.
We started with a consult with our instructor Robynn and bounced some ideas around.
When we arrived. And then she suggested some music we'd actually heard before.
So with a rough idea planned out and our song selected, it was time to see if we actually remembered anything from our class in Rio.
So you don't remember anything of what? Not much. It's
I remember it was something like that. I remember going sideways, but I mean, to be honest. And then you all understand.
Yeah, we pretty much had to start from scratch. So Robynn spent some time reminding us of the basics of Samba.
So just 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. It's a rocking and it's a bounce action. Stabbing all about big action.
So we moved our hips.
Rock this. Rock this.
Tried to learn a turn.
And 4. Good.
And then actually tried to choreograph something with the two of us together.
Your timing was different.
We've heard that before.
But you have to focus, you like anticipating your
But even though we were moving at different speeds, again,
Yeah, Robyn even asked if we were from different planets.
there was hope that we'd eventually get it.
First thoughts?
First thoughts is that you go forward, I go back.
We need to sync up a bit better,
Yes.
but I have faith.
The most worrying thing is that we did a 45-minute class and we basically just covered 30 seconds, not even, of the dance.
Day one.
Day one.
At our second class, we refined the moves we'd already learned and tried to extend the choreography a bit more.
Although we really had no idea what we were doing at this point. We eventually got there. Over the next few weeks we practiced hard and kept at it. Although we had some trust issues.
And we wondered if dancing as a couple was a good idea. And Robynn wasn't so sure if we'd make it either.
We just had our 5th lesson, and leading up to this class there was a lot of pressure, confusion. We were arguing about the steps.
A bit of fighting.
I personally was very nervous again, as I doubted myself. And how are you feeling after this class?
I'm doubting myself now. I was very confident before we went in, and now we've introduced a whole bunch of new moves and
terrified.
It feels like we've doubled the length of what we have learnt, and
you
it's quite
stand there for
daunting.
most of it, and
luckily I stand for a lot of it, and Chanel moves around
got
me.
to do hair combs and flicks.
But we're adding some flair in.
Forward, and I don't know what I'm doing. But you know what? At the end of the day, as long as we entertain our guests, we're okay. It is the day after the 5th class, and we did one too many hair flicks. My slightly sprained neck has now turned into full-blown whiplash. I literally cannot turn my neck. I'm in so much pain. Just hoping I get better at this. Otherwise, no hair flicks in the final. But we kept pushing. It's been a few weeks and feeling good. I mean, there's still a few things we keep messing up. There's like 2 or 3 points that we repeatedly keep messing up, whether it's bad counting or whether one of us just forgets.
The thing that I'm struggling with the most is that I've been looking down for most of the lessons to see if one, I'm doing the footwork right, and 2, not standing on Chanel. And now all of a sudden we have to look like we're enjoying it.
Yes.
We have to know exactly where our feet are, and we can't look down. The steps are feeling a lot easier.
Yes.
So, I mean, coming into this, I was like, there's no way I'm going to get it at all. But, you know, we've done, how many? 8, 9 lessons?
Yeah.
There is hope. And then the big day arrived. Our first dance was probably one of the highlights.
I even managed to do the hair flick.
I may have counted wrong at this point.
But at least our guests were entertained.
If you're considering learning a dance for your wedding,
Or you're looking for a new hobby with your SO,
we cannot recommend the Samba enough.
not only will it challenge you both, it'll be a really fun treat for your guests.